Hey, this is Greg Milby, Kentucky's Heartland at kentuckysheartland.com, sharing the stories, people, and events powering the Heartland. And today we've kind of got a little mixture of all three, the stories, the people, and an event that's powering the Heartland. Rebecca Farris Allen, I like to call her Becky because we're buddies, right?
That's right.
All
Just
right.
call me Becky.
Good. So Becky is with the Community Health Clinic, and the Community Health Clinic does amazing things. And Becky has brought with her somebody that will attest, I'm sure, that the health clinic does amazing things. Introduce our guest.
A very special guest. Her name is Theresa Ledford. Theresa has very generously agreed to share her testimony of things that have been done for her through the clinic and through the members of the community. And it's very important, and you'll be blessed by the story, no doubt.
Okay. All right. So we have this event. We've been doing this event for quite a few years now. 17
years.
It used to be an art auction.
No, yes.
And then it
did.
became an art and a cake and pie auction.
Yes, it did. We've evolved.
Yeah.
The artist community, we are very thankful for the way they've supported us throughout the years, but it seemed that people just wanted to do something different and liven it up a little bit and make it a little more fun. Mm-hmm. And it's grown. And we have some exciting things planned this year.
Good deal. All right. Used to be called the Taste of the Heartland as well.
Yes.
But now we have a new change for the event.
We do. We named it a Taste of the Heartland because we typically have, right now I think we have 38 food and beverage vendors that will be donating their foods and products and services to make sure that our guests get a sampling of just about anything they could want as far as food from the community. We called it a Taste of the Heartland, but in the story that you're going to hear from Theresa later in this session, we were dealing with a vendor of a medical device, and they said, we can sponsor your event, but it needs to be titled something to do with health. So we made a quick change. There's so many tastes that are out there now, so we're switching things up a little bit, trying to keep the same message, but keep it focused on a healthier Heartland.
All right.
That's
so
the name of the event.
I will tell you, as a guy that likes food, I'm trying to like food less, but a guy that likes food, this is a great event because you've got 30 some odd, food vendors and beverage vendors that are going to be there. And in years past, they bring great food.
They do.
They set it up and they bring great food, but you added a challenge to it. It's all
did.
about the presentation and what type of food you're bringing too.
We have a challenge that we have faced our food and beverage vendors with, and there's a little friendly competition going on, and the momentum is climbing. We have awards for the most delectable dish and the best culinary presentation. So the vendors who are coming, you better bring your A game, because I've got some people who already told me to put their name on the award.
That's good. You want a little trash talk there.
That's right.
Because it benefits us, because it makes, the food's always great anyway.
It's awesome.
I have to be very
forward to it.
I MC a lot of different events, and this is one of my favorites because I've done it for a few years now. But I have to watch myself, because if you're going to MC an event, you can't go piling up all this food and then go up there and talk for 20, 30 minutes when we're doing the auction and stuff like that.
That's right. A little indigestion kicks in, and then we are going to the ER. But no.
Yeah. But it is a great event. Pritchard Community Center, Friday night, August the 30th. It's this Friday night. Doors open at 6 o'clock. The dinner will start at 6:30. And it's, there's a lot that's wrapped up in it. One, it is about socializing before.
Yes.
And it's about enjoying dinner together and having a good time. And then I know there's some awards that are handed out. And then there's some testimony that happens. And then we get into the live and silent auction items, which is always a lot of fun. We have a good time with that. So it's all mixed together.
And we've got some special auction items this year. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of them we've shared on social media, and they're getting a lot of attention. And then some of them are surprise.
Okay. So tickets are still available. They're $50.
Are still available.
How does somebody get those tickets?
Okay, if you want a ticket for an individual or a couple or whatever, they are $50 per person, and you can call the clinic 270-763-9589, or you can go online to our website at thecommunityhealthclinic.com, and there's a donate button, and you can message us that you want us to reserve seats for you. We're getting away from the word tickets. You do not have to have your actual ticket in hand to enter the doors. We are RSVPing seats and tables. We have several sponsors of the event, and we're very thankful for them. And we've already raised $21,000. So we are running into this wide open and looking for a great evening.
I mean, this is the huge fundraiser.
It's the only one we do.
How much money are we talking do you need on a yearly basis? And I know it does kind of fluctuate, but what kind of budget are we talking about for the community health clinic? You don't have to have the exact number, but a good ballpark number.
Unfortunately, in healthcare and in nonprofit settings, you do with what you have. So if we have $100,000, we're going to spend it to try to take care of as many people as possible and take it as far as it'll go. And we're good at stretching money. But generally speaking, it's been up to $230,000 a year to run it. That's paying for your utilities and rent and everything that we've had to have in the past. Our costs are still great. However, transportation's a big problem for people, so we're having to fund some things we've never funded before because people have to get to health care. So we run with what we have, but I would love to try. I don't want to put a number or a limitation on it, you know?
Yeah, I don't want us to have a number that we shoot for to get to, because as you're saying, the more money you bring in, the more money that you're able to spend out.
Yes.
So we're definitely don't want to put a ceiling on it, and I just wanted people to understand, being at $21,000, you know, some people in their mind go, that's a lot of money, but what you're doing, it doesn't go a long way. Not compared to what
it takes to operate this. When you're talking about a life vest or a wearable defibrillator that costs an uninsured patient $4,000 a month, and they need to wear it for 3 months.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's one person's life.
All right. Well, let's talk about that person's life. Let's talk about Theresa. Let's talk about your story.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about you and how you come to be with the Community Health Clinic.
Well, I've always been a healthy person. I've always taken care of my family, and I have a little thing that I read.
That's fine. You can read away. It's all about the information.
Good, because I get
just
a
act
little
like
nervous.
we're not here. It's all about. I mean, it's all about getting the information.
Well, my name is Theresa Ledford, and I'm not sure where I would be with my health if it wasn't for the wonderful and tireless efforts of the staff at Hard Memorial Hospital, its doctors, nurses, technicians, its financial assistance department, as well as the Community Health Clinic. They have all been absolutely amazing with my health needs and more than willing to work with me in regard to my financial situation, since I'm currently unemployed and without insurance. I have always been blessed with good health. As my mother would say, I'm blessed with good stock. My family comes from good stock.
I tell my wife that. She comes from strong stock.
Exactly.
Some people take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I wouldn't want my husband to say that to me.
But it's a compliment.
I know.
Yeah. There you go.
But it's a little different for me.
Okay. But in November of 2018, I started getting sick. I thought it was just a cold, but after 3 weeks, my doctor had told me that I had bronchitis and an upper respiratory infection. She prescribed antibiotics. I paid full price for everything without insurance. I did not go back for that second round of antibiotics because I will be fine. I'm always fine. It took a lot longer this time, but I got better, or so I thought. Valentine's Day came, and with it came a dance. I first noticed something was wrong when I was done dancing halfway through the night.
Theresa doesn't leave the dance floor
No,
early.
I do not, because it is all about the dance floor. This has never happened. But I'm getting older, so then I started to slowly gain weight. Despite everything I tried, I couldn't lose it. And then I started to become short of breath after walking only a few feet. It worsened until I couldn't even sleep sitting up. I went about a month and a half without sleep.
Wow.
I still didn't have health insurance. We couldn't afford for me to go to the hospital, but this too shall pass, right? It always had before. I did go to the emergency room finally. The first time was in early April of 2019. They concluded that it was probably my gallbladder. So I worked on our finances, worked with the hospital's financial assistance department and with the doctor's office to prepare for the surgery.
I want to interject there, and I'm sorry, but she's done everything she can for herself.
Yeah, I really have.
And you'll see it all the way through her testimony. I mean, she's...
If I can do it, I will.
Yes.
You know, the pain worsened and I could no longer wait. I didn't even have enough air to go out and feed my animals. I wound up in the emergency room a second time on April 19th. This time they kept me for 5 days. In those 5 days, I lost a total of 25 pounds of fluid that had built up, causing my heart, lungs, liver, kidney, and gallbladder to start slowly shut down. The heart normally beats about, or pumps, at 50 to 60% ejection fraction, which is the medical term for it. My heart was functioning at only 18%. It had gotten down that low. At 55 years of age, I was suffering from congestive heart failure. My family has no history of heart health, bad heart history. One of my doctors told me that a virus had damaged my heart. One of my doctors, this was something that was never going to go away. My cardiologist, Dr. Holt, wanted me to wear what's called a Zoe Life Vest. This is a heart monitor that can shock a heart back into rhythm if I should have a heart attack or go into AFib. This is a life-saving device. However, with an insurance cost alone of almost $4,000 a month, how am I going to swing that? I needed to wear the life vest until my cardiologist could determine what type of pacemaker to surgically implant. The life vest helped keep me safe and alive. Zoe does work with those who are uninsured, and they have helped me. Heart Memorial Hospital case managers contacted the community health clinic, Becky, on my behalf, and together the clinic, Heart Memorial, Zoe, and the Zoe medical devices figured out a way for me to receive the Zoe Life Vest. This work still continues. Well, let's see. As an update, after wearing the life vest for a little over 3 months, they took another EKG ultrasound, and I'm happy to say that my heart function is now between 40 and 45%.
Awesome.
From
Good
18.
stuff.
So I'm getting there.
It's getting there.
How the hell am I going to pay for all of this? That's a major question and concern.
That's a pretty legitimate question.
Yeah. Not to mention the major stress level of having to deal with all of this. Stress is not something recommended for heart patients, as everyone knows. Mm-hmm. I just needed a little help to get through this. I applied for Medicaid and was denied because I was married and my husband made too much money with his retirement and Social Security. So what do? Get a divorce after 36 years of marriage? I don't think so.
No.
But then we were introduced to Becky at the Community Health Clinic, and words cannot describe how grateful I am. On April 25th, I was seen at the Community Health Clinic. They were working with Zoe Life Vest and Heart Memorial. The clinic had received a grant fund from a group affiliated with the Central Kentucky Community Foundation. The group, called Heals Together, specifically funded the clinic with money to improve the lives of women, and I'm very thankful for being one of those women.
Good stuff.
Heart Memorial agreed to cover the first month of the Life Vest, while the clinic used the grant funding to assist for the next 2 months. Additionally, Zoe discounted the cost of the vest to make sure that I received the care that I needed. After discharge, I continued to receive my care from the clinic and Dr. Holt. I have been working hard toward cardiac rehabilitation. I exercise regularly, watch my target heart rate to rebuild my endurance. I am not a quitter, and I do not give up easy. I have broken an elliptical machine so far, but I'm still going. My heart is getting stronger and stronger every day. I am climbing from a heart function of 18%. In order to get the life vest removed, I needed to hit 36%. I am here to tell you that my cardiac function is now at 43.
Awesome.
So this has been a life-changing experience. I am still on my journey, and I am here today as an advocate for the clinic. I ask each of you to consider my story and how it could be you or a member of your family, because it really can happen anytime. Please give generously to support the clinic in their operations. I am thankful for their services. I would not have wanted to discover what this journey would have been like without them by my side.
You know, in the community health clinic, that's not the first time I've heard that.
And
that
everything is true.
That, they didn't know where they would be without the clinic. And it's not the first time I've heard that you don't expect this. You don't expect you to be the one sick. And
I've always been a healthy person.
I've heard multiple stories of that over the years of people saying at the fundraiser itself that they weren't expecting it to be them.
Because nothing has ever been wrong with my heart. Mm-hmm. Kidney stones, yes, but never my heart. It's not part of my family history. How was I supposed to know? Yeah. And it was just because of the virus of the bronchitis and the upper respiratory infection.
And that could happen to anyone.
Yeah, it really
wasn't
could.
related to smoking or bad habits.
Yeah.
She works on a farm, and she's worked all of her life.
Mm-hmm.
And she was at a point in her life where she was taking care of her mother and her husband.
Yeah, he had about 4 or 5 years of bad health there for a while. I'm happy to say that he's healthy too.
Good.
We've got all of his issues worked out. My mother is doing great. Apparently, she had neck surgery. Apparently, her C4 through C7 was so bad that the doctors were amazed that she was not in extreme pain or even paralyzed. So it took about 1.5 years for her to get back to her, to good health. But like I said, we come from good stock.
There you go. So nursing him and her and you back to health.
Yep.
So when you come on Friday to the fundraiser, you can eat an egg roll in honor of her.
That's right. Because I got to stay away from sodium.
So because the money that you're raising is going to change somebody's life that we don't even know who it is yet.
It will.
So $21,000 as of right now, and this is early in the week. When we're recording this, it's on a Monday. So we've got a whole week to go before we get into this. So we'd love to have you come out. If somebody wants to buy a seat and maybe they wait till Friday and they find out, hey, I've got a little extra time, can they buy a seat at the door as long as they're available?
Yes, they can. And that is one reason that in the past we had to move to a larger venue. We've got about 320 seats, and we will be selling tickets at the door or seats at the door as long as they're available. One thing that I wanted to say to you
is I'm awesome and I'm great and fabulous, and you can't
Greg
wait
can
to see
read your
me.
mind. He knows exactly when it's slipping, and I'll think of it here in a second. But
Usually I know with you, I'm like, okay, on Friday I'll look at you and I go, sit down for a second because you need a break.
Yeah.
So Friday night, again, just to kind of recap it all, you've got, you got it back.
I know what it is now.
Okay.
It's Labor Day weekend.
Uh-huh.
We did not realize that when we planned this event last year. We were looking at the month of August. So there's going to be a lot of people traveling like Carl Swope, and that breaks my heart. But if you want to send a check like Carl did, please send a check, and that would help tremendously.
Yeah, it's all about the donation. Really and truly, what I've told somebody is the fundraiser Friday night, it's really not a fundraiser. It's celebrating the funds that are raised.
That's right. We
Because-
celebrate
That's a good way of
service.
putting it.
We're doing that because the money is raised anyway. If you can't go and you want to support the community health clinic, don't think, you know what, I can't go, so I'm not going to make a donation or I'm not going to buy a seat. Well, you know what? Donate the amount of money for a seat or donate whatever you want to donate and let somebody else buy that seat so we all can celebrate the money that's raised for the clinic.
That's true.
We're really not, as you mentioned, you're not selling tickets. You are you're raising funds, and this is a celebration for it all.
That's true.
So come on out Friday night, Pritchard Community Center. Doors open at 6, dinner at 6:30. Then the program will start, and then after that, Kenny Lewis, he will do the auction items. I will be up there, and I will say some really goofy stuff. And
We're going to have Tammy Delaney singing.
Yeah, we'll talk about her.
Yeah, DJ.
No, I do like Tammy Delaney. She's
love
great.
Tammy
I
Delaney.
like Tammy. And then DJ James Hummel.
James Hummel's coming.
I call him DJ Short Stack.
We've
'cause
never
he's
had a
about this
DJ
tall.
before.
You may never have another one after. No, I'm teasing.
I
like
bet
James.
we do.
James is great. So it'll be a party.
Yes.
It'll be a celebration. And if you want to buy a table, are tables available? Can you just sponsor a whole table?
Our venue, our program has already went to print,
Okay.
thanks to Hub City Printing. But the sponsors are listed in there. But if somebody wanted to sponsor a table, it's $1,000, and we will find a way to mark it for you in the venue. And thank you. And even if you can't come, we really appreciate it. Some people want to sponsor a table and fill it with their staff or their employees or friends and family. Some people like to sponsor a table and say, hey, sell those seats, and then we can make some more money for the clinic to take care of people like Theresa.
There you go. So the video, either you're watching it on Facebook or you're watching it at Kentucky's Heartland on the feature page of our website. If you're watching on the community calendar page, either way, look below this video and there's the information. There's the email address. There's the address to the clinic. There's the address to Pritchard Community Center. There's the price of the seat. All that stuff is listed there so you can find that so you'll have no questions whatsoever. But if you do, that information's there too.
Just give us a call.
Becky, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Teresa, good to see you. Am I
Nice
going to see
seeing
you Friday too?
Yes,
Yes.
I will be
Sweet.
there
Yes.
with bells on.
Oh, good. Well, I won't have bells on, but I will have clothes on, which is
Oh,
always
that's
a
a
plus.
good thing.
Good stuff.
You had a bell one year, didn't you? When you rode a bicycle that was donated by Schwinn, you rode it with a helmet and tweaked his bell.
I tried to forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, there were multiple
I've
moments.
got pictures. If you want them, just email me.
Multiple moments of this fundraiser that I try to forget from year to year.
Sitting on Carl Swope's lap one year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a fond memory.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. Thank you guys for watching. This is Kentucky's Heartland.